Got a different project going today, well, different for me anyways. This will be one of the first projects that I do that I'm not actually going to completely body work and sand and fill and rust repair, paint. Going more muscle rod with this truck. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm actually kind of digging the way it looks, but it is really oxidized. Just been sitting outside a lot. It's life, which it shows. You know, it is what it is. Kind of cool, but what I started looking at is some clear options. I thought that just clear coating it would be neat. See a lot of people do it. There's a satin, you can go gloss, whatever you want. I found this company called Patina. Started looking into their products and kind of got me interested in them was the brush on or wipe on application. I'm not scared to spray anything, but I thought it'd be kind of nice, no overspray, don't have to tape everything off crazy. This stuff apparently wipes up real easy with some acetone, stuff like that. So if you do get it on trim or whatever, you can easily remove it. And it seems to self-level pretty nice, so I'm gonna give it a try. Worst case is I gotta do a little sanding if I don't like the way that it comes out, but I'm not scared of that. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is start with just Dawn dish soap and a gray 3M scrub pad and just give it a heck of a good bath. This stuff goes right over rust. You want to just knock scale off, that's about it, but it's supposed to encapsulate it basically, so it kind of holds it in place. Probably pretty neat too. It won't let the rust kind of drip down. You know, it makes like a stain after rust's been sitting in the rain or whatever. So once I get it all scrubbed down, let it dry good. I've got my prep all, some lint-free rags, wipe everything down real nice. I'm going to tape a few things off, probably pull my new emblem, just a couple minor things like that. Otherwise, I'm just going to go at it with these little pads they give you. They're supposed to be lint-free, blow them out real good with air first. Might be pretty neat. I'm really excited to see how this thing looks. I went with the gloss because I think it's going to be really neat, just kind of the contrast between which could be shiny to the rough spots on it. So if I don't like it, I can always go over it with a satin after you scuff it, 24 hours, I guess. If you miss any spots or whatever, you're supposed to just leave it alone. Don't try to reapply once you put it on until 24 hours. Once it dries, I can imagine it starts to ball up and gum up the clear coat. So this is, like I say, kind of different for me, but I'm really interested in how it comes out. This could be a cool solution. I think this whole kit with 2 of these applicator pads came out to like $90 shipped. So it's not super expensive. That's about what you're going to pay for clear. You know, a small jar of clear that you're going to gun on anyways. So I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to turn out pretty cool though. I'm kind of excited for this point. Finally got all the suspension stuff ironed out. Now it's time to make it look a little pretty, and it's kind of really weird for me. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I'm back and forth on, you know, oh, this little spot is a ding. But it's kind of cool too because you can work on it, you can drive it, take it to the grocery store. Don't care if somebody looking at it, somebody bumps into it, a cart hits it. I'm not going to sit there and cry like I would, you know, other projects that I've done full paint on. And for me, doing things always gets me to nitpick myself really bad. You know, even though it's, wow, this turned out super good, everybody loves it, they think it's great, I'm still the one going, there's this little tiny spot that I didn't get perfect, and it drives me crazy. So I'm kind of excited for this. I think this is going to be one of my main, just cruise around town, drop the kids off places, pick little things up from Lowe's, whatever. I don't know. Get a little idea. This is what it looks like before it gets scrubbed down. Probably not the best side to be looking at it in the light like that. You can see it's just flat. Not in terrible shape, but gonna get to scrubbing on it. See what it looks like after scrubbing and drying. And I'm really excited to see this thing in gloss. Now the super fun part's done. Scrubbed it twice with the gray 3M pads. washed it off by the hose, then pressure washed it. So she should be good and clean. Don't think I missed any spots. Pushing it out to the sun, let it dry, and then I'm gonna get working on my padded dash pad repair while this thing dries. That'll be another video you'll see here in a little bit. And when she dries, we're gonna put on the magic here pretty soon. So after about 20 minutes of the air nozzle blowing out any cracks in the paint, any body seams around the windows, etc., it's nice and dry now, so it's ready to start doing some of the degreaser I'm gonna wipe it down with. Now a little trick, what I do is start with your blue shop towels and then just roll them up into a nice roll. This is kind of a slick little thing that I've learned over the multiple paint projects I have. So roll it up good. Probably got too many this round. And then what I do is fold it in half like this. So you got a couple holes. And take your cleaner, dump them down in there. And then what you end up with is a super easy, nice way to have saturated towels. So you don't have to stop all the time. You don't have to dump it in a bucket or anything like that. But that's your little trick for the day. I start off with these, wipe it down good, then I'll go to a lint-free rag, wipe it down again, and then before I get ready to put the clear on, I'll hit it with a tack cloth. So let's get going. Now that it's all prepped and ready to go, mask time. I'm mixing it 8-to-1. I'm gonna use a little paint tray for touch-up brushes and stuff like that. And definitely wear some gloves, get your good mask. I'm just gonna go from the top, middle, work my way down the sides to the hood, and we'll see. I've got a pretty good idea what it's gonna look like just from the wipe, the prep all, making it wet. And if it's half as deep as that, I'm gonna be thrilled. They say not to put it on in direct sunlight, so I just got it pushed halfway into the garage because it is kind of fumy still. It does smell like regular clear, but I'm gonna start applying it and see how it goes. Just got done wiping it down. I am genuinely impressed. It turned out really, really nice. I did one light coat like it says. I used 2 pads, one for mostly lower sections and kind of rough rust areas that was kind of getting the pad dirty. And then I used one clean one for the hood, the doors, the stuff that was a lot better shape, just to keep everything from depositing little pieces and stuff. I kept one extra pad. I am going to do a second coat. I used maybe half a can to do the short bed, so I still have at least half of it left. So I'll do one more nice light coat across the top of all the real good flat surfaces, and I'm pretty stinking happy with it. I'm gonna let this dry good for 24 hours and do the second coat, and then I'll pour her out in the sun, get a little video of it, a couple pictures or something. But so far I highly recommend this stuff. It really very rewarding to apply. You're just wiping it on nice and it stays that wet kind of shine. So I'll get you a couple pictures, a little walk around of just the way that it is now with the one coat on it, so you can get kind of an idea of how it levels itself. The only thing that I noticed is when you first load the sponge and you start to apply, it goes on pretty thick and you get bubbles. Just keep lightly wiping at it until the bubbles are gone, because they don't seem to disappear by themselves. So address the bubbles as you go, make sure there's no runs. The stuff does move pretty quick by itself. It doesn't get tacky super fast either. So if you did miss a spot or whatever, you can go back quickly and touch it up. I didn't have any problems anyways. So let's get a look a little closer at it. And this thing just turned into a whole different truck in a matter of 20 minutes. Very happy. pretty impressed at how this turned out. You can see where I got a little light, but I was a little scared to touch it up again. Worried about causing a problem, but that'll definitely come through in the second coat. Yeah, I mean, the original paint flaws are there, which is what you're going for. But otherwise, I'm genuinely impressed, especially for the price. You can't beat it. It even turns rust into a kind of cool color. Yeah, neat stuff. Let me see a little bit in here in the sun. It actually put depth back into the paint too. Wow, very cool. Very good. Well done, guys. Can't wait to see this thing with a second coat on it tomorrow. Put all my trim back on it. I'm gonna have a sharp little truck here.